Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome to BR Football's breakdown of every single Easter egg and reference in the first episode of The Champions Season 7. Let's get into it.
What happens when 800 of the world's most elite footballers and their managers live together under one roof? Players stop being polite and start getting real. This is The Champions.
After facing Manchester City, our players stopped being polite and started getting real sad.
Yes, my first season was a great success. We won the double.
I thought you only got one trophy.
What are you talking about? The League Cup and getting rid of Ronaldo. That's two.
Oh, now Arsenal qualify for the Champions League?
See, I didn't need Messi to win another Champions League. I just needed 7 years, $1 billion, the most prolific striker in the world, and zero FFP accountability.
Starting with the taglines, Thibaut Courtois still isn't over Real Madrid's huge loss to Man City in the Champions League semi-finals. Erik ten Hag defends his first season at Man United. Remember at one point fans were talking about winning a quadruple? And referencing his beef with Cristiano, which led to him leaving the club. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is annoyed at his former team Arsenal, where he spent 4 years playing Europa League football, who had a great season in 22-23 and qualified for the Champions League again. In reality, Mikel Arteta getting rid of Aubameyang was one of the first steps he made in building a harmonious squad capable of challenging for the Premier League, while Oba had a tough season riding the bench at Chelsea. And then Pep Guardiola explains how he finally broke his personal 12-year curse to win Manchester City's first Champions League title. He got there in the end.
Ugh, I am so tired.
So first, congratulations are in order for Man City, who won a historic treble this season. And then it's quickly forgotten about because in reality, a lot of football fans quickly brushed over City's success due to their sheer dominance in the last few years. It's becoming easier to ignore. Instead, time to celebrate a break. After a jam-packed season with a World Cup meant the 22-23 season started earlier. In fact, there hasn't been much downtime for footballers in the last few years. What with the Euros and Copa America in summer 2021, and the season continuing into summer because of COVID in 2020. No surprise, 37-year-old Luka Modric needs a rest, although you wouldn't know it from his performances in the last couple of years.
B9.
Present.
That's not how you play the ooh-wee.
Does anyone else have it ringing in their ear? It's non-stop, you know, like a ref's whistle.
We head to the Senior Players Pavilion, full of some of Europe's veteran players playing bingo. Naturally, Thomas Müller is center of attention, alongside Benzema, Lewandowski, and Oba, who are well into their 30s, and Zlatan and Pepe, who are in their 40s. Kyle Walker has diversified his business portfolio with some Zimmer frames, and we see a poster for the OG Retirement League, MLS. Karim Benzema has a goodbye cake, referencing his move out of Europe to Saudi Arabia, and Zlatan shows his age with a cracked back. Over the other side of the room, Toni Kroos is also thinking about his business portfolio, while we see Edin Dzeko and Olivier Giroud drinking out of mugs that say Milan's finest and Milan's second finest, referencing how Dzeko outshone Giroud as Inter beat Milan in the Champions League semi-finals. Oh, and they're eating Fox-in-the-Box pizza because at their age, both Dzeko and Giroud have the most impact inside the penalty area scoring goals, and, well, not much else. Unsurprisingly, Sergio Ramos can't stop hearing a ref's whistle, and Manuel Neuer falls off his skis, a reference to his skiing accident which kept him out of the second half of the 22-23 season.
Sorry guys, I go to take this. I'm trying to find a new bench to sit on. Huh, why is Ronaldo calling me?
He called me too. I didn't answer.
Same.
Poor guy. I think he's just lonely and wants to be part of the conversation.
Oof, things really have changed since the World Cup.
Oba gets a call as he's desperate to move to another bench somewhere, referencing his lack of playing time the last few years. The call is from Cristiano Ronaldo, draped in a Saudi flag and wielding the sword he was given as part of Saudi Founding Day celebrations not long after his move. As we zoom out, we see another poster where Gareth Bale is encouraging everyone who is tired of playing sports to just give up, like he did. Now he spends his time with his one true love, golf. They all talk about how things changed after the World Cup. Ronaldo was knocked out and moved to Saudi Arabia, while Messi effectively ended the GOAT debate by leading Argentina to a memorable title. Speaking of Messi, back at the mansion, we get a sneak peek at Messi's new life in the GOAT suite. Now he's won the World Cup, it's all about relaxing for the greatest of all time. In the suite, where everything is gold, by the way, we see his countless trophies with Champions Leagues, La Ligas, Club World Cups, FIFA the Best Player, Golden Boots, and of course, his Ballon d'Ors. And a reference to his clutch celebration against Real Madrid in 2017. We also see the shirts of two legendary players and some people's choice of GOAT, Pelé and Maradona, above a pile of gifts that include the baton of football he was gifted by Argentina and even the Mona Lisa. Basically, Messi is a big deal.
I never get tired of this view.
Messi opens his window to a crush of Argentina fans, and Salt Bae, who has a knack of worming his way into football situations, including the World Cup final, where he was criticized for how persistent he was with Messi. This is pretty much what happens to Messi everywhere he goes, from his holidays in the United States to the fans back home in Argentina. But it's cool, he's won a World Cup now, he doesn't mind.
Leo, you've won everything you could possibly win. How are you feeling about your big move to the ML?
Shh. I'm just trying to World Cup and chill. You feel me, bro?
Messi's all about chilling now, and even Pelota gets some time off. Messi's so chill, he's not even bothered to talk about his move to Inter Miami, which makes sense considering he said himself he wanted to return to Barcelona. Naturally, Rodrigo de Paul is on lifeguard duty, as before the World Cup, it became a widespread meme that there could never be a picture of Messi in an Argentina camp without de Paul nearby. And of course, Emi Martinez came through with that celebration from the World Cup final.
Hey, no hard feelings, right? Aren't these things great?
Oh yeah, I take mine everywhere.
Me too, I can't sleep without it.
Guess who's back? Bump, back again. Yo, Eminem in the house, boy.
Wait, where?
No, I mean us. MNM.
Ugh, even his jokes are flopping.
Yo, let me sweat with you guys.
I don't think you fit the dress code.
Messi, winner of the 2022 World Cup, is chilling with Mbappe, winner of the 2018 World Cup, and life is good. But then Neymar bursts in and tries to recreate PSG's M&M trio that everyone was so keen to see take over the legendary mantle of MSN at Barca. But it didn't happen. And now Neymar feels left out because he never got his hands on the World Cup trophy.
Look, guys, can I say something? It's cool you both have World Cups now, but I kind of feel like the odd striker out.
So you're saying you're just not as good as we are?
Did I? I'm not?
Whoop, you said it, not me.
Hey, Killian, check this out. It works as a hat.
Oh, that is top cool. Let me try.
More misery for Neymar, who gets faced with the fact that he just wasn't quite at Messi and Mbappe's level. He spent a lot of last season injured, even though his numbers for PSG were really strong, and Messi and Mbappe did strike up a bit of a partnership in his absence. Now, with Messi winning a World Cup and leaving, the trio really is over. Neymar returns to a familiar spot. This cliff is where he and his entourage came to clear his head when things weren't working out with PSG back in Season 3, Episode 4. This time, he's all alone, wearing a jacket from Season 5, using glass polish to clean his ankle, because, well, given the number of injuries he's had in his career, you could say it's made of glass. He gets a call from Cristiano, with the picture on his phone referencing Ronaldo's tears after Portugal were eliminated by Morocco at the World Cup.
Yo?
You picked up. How are you? I've been thinking about you so much.
Why? We barely know each other.
Classic Neymar. You're hilarious. Hey, I was just thinking, what if you came to visit me in Saudi Arabia? We could play a match, pad our stats.
But I'm injured.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Here they let you just stand on the pitch and collect money. It's great.
Yo, that sounds dope. Let me pick up my sister and I'll be right over.
Ronaldo's convincing Neymar to come to Saudi Arabia, and he references the lack of quality in that league by saying it doesn't even matter if Neymar is injured. You can get money for just turning up. And of course, Neymar's never one to leave his sister out of the equation.
Excellent. I'm looking forwards to it.
Yes, somebody likes me, man.
Soon the mansion will be all mine.
We cut to a mysterious figure who moves a Neymar figurine next to a Cristiano Ronaldo figurine, where we can also see a group of aging players. But who is this? The pitch looks sneakily like a chessboard, and they're wearing number 7.